Hey it's me, Cherry. I'm ready. I'm getting ready for our book. Hopefully, I got enough room on this camera. I done did it again. I done used up and accessed all my film on my camera. I cannot believe I done did this again. Oh my goodness, I hate doing this, but I'm going to try and get as much as I can on here today. Oh, told y'all I had to go and get I gotta go get something. I love y'all so much. I gotta get my video up. He know I want to get my video up. But I just gotta do it. I'm asking him to let me be able to do this time, and then I gotta go get me a card for my phone, so I can be able to move all this stuff over, and put it where it needs to be, so I can be able to do my videos. Oh, I want to smell good in here, and let me see here. I don't want to be all fidgeting all around. Oh, I am up and I am ready to go because I have so much to do today. My son's birthday is today. My granddaughter, her senior year, her senior recital is today. So I gotta go see her dance. She's a dancer, and she'll be going off to college soon. So she won't be here in the city. So I gotta spend as much time with her as I possibly can. Oh, I love her so much. They're my oldest grandbaby girl. We get situated here so we can get our story in. Like I said, I thank you for being here. You know, this is a very serious read for me, and the more I do it, the more serious it becomes for me. It becomes so serious for me, and I know I like to play a lot. I do. I have a very playful playful manner about myself, and it upsets people. It disturbs them very much sometimes. So I do. I love being playful, but I know when to be serious also. And this is a very serious read for me. I want to show y'all our book. Okay, our book is The First Mortgage. The First Mortgage. So I'm not going to play around with our time today. I'm not going to play around with your time. And I want to be able to do this. Today is October 17th, 2025. And I am Big Cherry. Big Cherry time. And I will be reading to you The First Mortgage. I'm going to do a review of our story. Interest has come due again. So let's see what he said when the interest became due again. The interest always comes due unless it's paid in full. So right now I'm gonna start now. The forbidden fruit. Upon himself and others too, by doing as he chose to do, by taking from the hand of Eve some of the fruit she did receive. From that old serpent, Satan's clerk, which caused mankind to have to work. Yes, told to get the daily bread by which the loved ones may be fed. But all these labor and this sweat will never satisfy that debt. You ever done anything and you just had to keep doing it, and you just kept doing it, and they just can't be satisfied. You just can't be satisfied. A person that can't be satisfied, or something that just can't be satisfied no matter what you do. They just can't be satisfied. They're never satisfied. I know some of y'all done experienced that. But all this labor and this sweat will never satisfy that debt, will never wipe away that trace or blot from record that disgrace. Like when you do something and you repent for it, and you say, I won't do it again. I know I won't do it again. It was just something that happened. No matter what you do, you can't get rid of that disgrace. And as the serpent did retreat, perhaps the thought of him was sweet, that while man on himself relied, the debt could not be satisfied. You think you out here, you doing your thing, you moving around, you hustling, you doing your thing. No matter what you do, it ain't never gonna be satisfied. You never gonna be forgiven. Don't care what you do, you ain't gonna be forgiven. It's just like that. Just think about Adam. They can't stand Adam. We still say his name, but I know some people be mad about they mad at the wrong person. But then dad gonna look at that Adam. Just imagine, just like how kids blame their mamas and their daddies for stuff. Even stuff you don't even know you did. And they be mad. You don't even know they mad at you. You don't even know they mad at you. Because they had it so well until something happened and then you realize they mad at you. They mad. They mad. A lot of people out here be mad at their mama and their daddy. Now, okay, part 2. We are on part 2 of our book. And there's our picture right there. There's our picture. There's our picture. Let's see if you can see that. Sorry about that. Let's see if y'all can see that. Then there's our part 2 in the book. We're in part 2. We are in part 2. Look at that. On my son's birthday. On my son's birthday. On my one and only. My mama used to call him that, her one and only. But then he's actually was her one and only grandson. Yes, he was. Yes, he is. And she would call him her one and only. And I'll call him my one and only too. And he's my one and only son I have. And I thank God. I thank God for him. I wanted 6. I wanted 4 boys and 2 girls. But he gave me 1 boy and 3 girls. I love it. Part 2. Let's read our picture. It says, Jacob tended the flocks of Laban. That's where Jacob was. And he was tending the flocks there when all this stuff came about. Now then Israel, alias Jacob, as the name perhaps now reads, was a man of many virtues and of many noble deeds, was the father of a nation, who was Egypt one time dwelt, who were slaves to the Egyptians, and the yoke of bondage felt. They performed the hardest labor, and they carried heavy loads. They made brick of straw and stubble, which they gathered on the roads. They had tasks imposed upon them and enforced beneath the rod. And they was beat good. For this Pharaoh knew not Joseph, neither knew he Joseph's God. He know nothing about the magician. See how you could be somewhere and you could be somewhere and everybody knows you. But this is a new person, they coming in. They don't know nothing about you. They done heard about you. They know your history, why you there with it. But they don't know nothing about you. They don't know nothing about you. But you think, oh, okay, we good. Nah. Changing of the guard. They don't care about how you saved this and you did that. You the reason why this is that way. The reason why they count, like in my instance, the reason why now a manager just can't go into your drawer. And you got to count your own drawer. You count that drawer when you touch your hands. When you take that drawer to the back, you count that drawer. The managers can't come in while you on your break. Go dig down in your drawer. See, I know why I got relieved 30 days before my 15th year. I know why. Because when they do that changing of the guard, and when they want to get some slick shit going, you got to get rid of that old, because the old, like they say, how the wheat and the tear and all that. All you got to do is come to me, and I'll tell you everybody backstory. How everybody got their positions and how they did this and how they did this and how they was moving. Oh, we got to get rid of her. We about to try and do something new. We gonna try and do something new. So that's why I said I wasn't upset. Because that's what I said. I'm not gonna say that to y'all. Y'all figure that out yourselves. Because I'm trying to get y'all story in. And this is a very serious read. But you can always put it in place of what's going on. And you can see how it unveils in your life. How you could be able to maneuver and be able to. That's why you need to read that book, The Greatest Magician. He gives you that book. He gives you that blueprint so you won't be all upset and stressed out and running back and forth to the doctor. Oh, your blood pressure up. And okay, things arises. Yes, okay. Especially when you lose somebody. And then people start coming down on you and start doing heinous things to you. And you got to keep your hands tabbed behind your back. You got to keep your feet crossed. You got to cross your arms. Because even though you know that he is in charge, he in charge. He is in charge because he is the great magician. That's why he gives you this. He gives you that great book, the great book that he left for us. So let me get to this. Let me get this series readout today because I don't want to lose this. I do not want to lose this information. I'm going to take care of this phone for y'all. Okay. It says, they had tasks imposed upon them and enforced beneath the rod. For the Pharaoh knew not Joseph, neither knew he Joseph's God. You ain't got to know him. You ain't got to know him. See them people over there, they ain't got to know him. But if you here with me, you want to know him. You should know him. You need to know him. So that's why I got this, and I'm going to give it to you because I read this, I read that, and because I know about that magician. I know he the greatest magician of all. That's why I'm still sitting here. That's why I'm still sitting here. I ain't rocking, pissing, and shitting on myself yet. I sure am not. And I could tell you some stories. But that's not, I'm going to tell this story the way this is written. Because I'm going to have my book. I'm going to have my book. See, I know what I want to do. I got my stuff too. I'm going to have mine. And I'm going to have mine to be able to guide somebody through it too. I'm going to be able to guide somebody one day. I want to be able to guide you in another way. I want to be able to guide you through this. But he said, this is the only book you need is that book. But you got to be able to read it and decide. You can read it. If you sit and read it, you can decide. But this, you read this, and then you go into that book, and then you'll be able to make more sense of it. It's more like a cliff note. I'm starting to say this is like a cliff note. It's a cliff note. It helps you. But you got to get in there and read the great magician. Read all his stuff. It says the forbidden fruit. But he feared the Hebrew children would in numbers be increased until they obtain their freedom and from bondage be released. In his heart he planned a murder of the deepest, darkest cast. Like I said, ain't nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. Yeah, he planned a murder. We all know what that was. We all know what Pharaoh was up to that day. One that seldom ear was equaled and would never be surpassed. Now, you know when this was written. You know when the scripture was written. And you know this is still going on. This is still going on. After all this time. Nothing new under the sun. But you can recognize it, though. And you can see it when it's going on. You can see it. And you need to call it out. People need to start standing up to people and calling them out and putting them on that carpet. Oh, nah, you ain't gonna do this. Because they give you warning. A lot of people always give you warning. They give you warning, but you choose to ignore it. You choose to ignore it. They call them red flags now, if you don't know what I'm talking about. In his heart, he planned a murder of the deepest, darkest cast, one that seldom ear was inquailed and would never be surpassed. No more cruel, heartless murder ear was known upon the earth than the one of helpless children at the moment of their birth. We know what they're talking about. I know a lot of y'all believe in all that abortion stuff and all that kind of mess. But like I told y'all before, teach y'all to stop being trifling out here. Stop being trifling out here. You would need that shit. We would need